Well, the road ends here. It has been a wild, often unpredictable 2019 season. And now it's time for the greatest spectacle in all of sports. Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Mike, 19! Right there in the middle, 55. Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run, watch the run. Check 31, check 31. LA. X3, 218, chop. Come on.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And an alley to run. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So a long play for our first points in the Super Bowl.
No doubt about it, and what we see here is something that we saw all year long from them. The ability to strike from anywhere on the field. How about the way they got it started in this one?
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Flushed out right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
For Seahawks, 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. D. Ford able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
What?
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Here's Rashad Penny, first carry for the former San Diego State Aztec. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, it's Wilson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Wilson. Flush to his right. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Come on, come on. Check 15, check 15.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And a cutback, right sideline. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Tevin Coleman. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. Remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is fielded at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Taron Johnson made the stop.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run it with Carson. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Pretty shifty footwork, but didn't buy him much. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Eluding the pressure right, and that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Coleman. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And the grab by Croft. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense will probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down, almost back to the drawing board.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Keep it up. Keep it up. Kill.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Slam. Check 13.
On 2nd down now, it's Coleman, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now it's Lockett. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. D4. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here if he gets another one. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Allen. Throw left side complete. It's McCoy. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Oh, he's got it going early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's going to have a big, big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now a give right side, Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And this is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember at our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Wilson leaves this one with Penny. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Here's Wilson rolling to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep, back over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. Here now, Roberts.
Let's go.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
And it really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one, because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to...
And he fires one that's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you can take a little bit of risk there, because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Wilson. And that's incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Shoot! Watch the shoot!
From the 39, Allen. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
24. Watch 17, watch 17. Single, single. 24 is the mark.
Allen now on first down. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
24.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Check 26, check 26.
Allen going to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Allen's pass intercepted. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 45.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And shedding his way forward. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
24 is the mark.
A final shot before half for Allen. Looking downfield for Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. And the decision to bring It's going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and a yard.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with second and a yard.
Drop deep, showing it.
They run again with Carson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating from the gun. Wilson flush to his right. And he will find his man on the outside. His second catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Now Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the Seahawks 27-yard.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing is Allen on third. Being chased out left. He finds Coleman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Right, 50, 55. Hey, watch the run, watch the run.
On first and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So they're back at the 7 now for third and goal.
Here we go. 56 the mark, boys, 56.
And here's Allen operating from the gun. Forced out to his, and he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Bills use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you expect.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. D Ford just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. D Ford dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Jerry Hughes. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
At the 44-yard line.
Round 80. 56, right there, 56. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen on the move to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ziggy Ansah able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Well, there was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
We got 4. We got 4.
Allen now to throw on 3rd down. It's caught. Jones. There he goes left side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Bills will add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Hauschka adds the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jerry Hughes able to get him for a loss of about 3. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now Wilson eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And got his man complete. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. From the gun, he'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He wants it all for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, but to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
Back to the ground, this time with Gore. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
This is Coleman. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one.
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again. Wilson flushed out right. Looking for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
All goes special. All goes special.
Again, Wilson. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now it's Wilson, and this has, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Robert Tonyan there to make the grab, and the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. And then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
That would be a pretty amazing comeback. But we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
Here's Coleman. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage. The stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
On 1st down, it's goal. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 2nd down now, it's Coleman. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Coleman now. And he winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's pick it up. It's out time, guys. Out time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
56.
From the gun, Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play that is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want?"
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw on second down. Wilson under pressure again, and down he goes again. Deep forward. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Wilson to the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Wilson. Left side here to Sanders. Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And these Bills make the 90s seem like a distant memory. Buffalo is the Super Bowl champion. And their remarkable season ends in the most remarkable of ways. They get to put next to their name, Super Bowl champion.
And they can't ever take that away, can they?
Nope.
That lasts forever. So good to see the emotion when it's all said and done. You see the hugs, you see the guys sharing, the collective happiness. Makes me want to carry you around a little bit on my shoulders to celebrate the triumph. And congratulations to them, a fantastic season.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. And what a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.